So lights are out on the Four Coverings International. Pace truck will turn the late models loose next time by. A huge race for two drivers with the 16 of Kimball and the 71 of McHattie. This could be the difference between you leading the championship points race and you finishing runner-up after the feature race has concluded. Steve Powell will lead the field. It's the Great Canary V. Green, green, green. Even stars, they power into 1 and 2. Powell still on the inside. Kelly Balson trying to get to the lead right off the bat as they head down the backstretch. Kimball looked to the inside. Powell shut the door. Mercer, smart move to get that outside lane blocked. Getting into the inside. He's going to make a little bit of contact out of 4. Field starting to single file out. Owen's in some trouble on the outside. Now Steve Powell will do the same. He got caught on the outside lane heading into 1. That allows Kimball to drive on by. Here comes Mercer, do the same. Gary Hanna throws the 0-3 on the inside and 3 and 4. Field starting to single file out. The only battle right now is between Gary Hanna and the 2 of John Owen. That's a battle for the top 5. Oh, the 2 machine up on the wall. I am shocked he kept that 2 straight. Heading into 3 and 4, but it looks like there's smoke. That could be a tire rub and bad news for John Owen.
John Owen just using turn 5.
Something we like to call turn 5, and we're filming a video right now about the history of Peterborough Speedway. We were talking about turn 5, and that is a prime example of the late models using it. But John Owen,
all kinds of squirrely right in front of McHattie. McHattie gets.
John Owen has got a tire going down. He's going to spin the 2 machine out down the backstretch. Oh, and big problems. In turn 3 and 4, it's the 50 of Alex Kazilla. Backs it into the outside wall, and the caution comes out on lap 5. Lights are out on the Four Coverings International Pace Track. That's the sight we like to see. And we'll turn them loose next time by 5 laps down, 20 laps to go.
Kelly Balson, Ryan Kimball, Jacob Mercer, Steve Powell, Dan McHattie, Gary Hanna. 6 very fast cars up front.
Green flag is back in the air, and it's an even start. Door to door with Balson on the inside. McHattie on the outside as they head into the kitty litter for the first time. Dust flying up, and a lot of drivers on the rumble strips in 1 and 2. Visibility a little low right now as Steve Powell on the outside. Almost looks like dirt track racing as Powell all the way up into the marbles. As the speedy drive trailing off the cars, Balson loose. Bunch of cars on the rumble strips in 1 and 2. That's going to allow the 16 machine to fly and Ryan Kimball to get down the inside. Balson is in a heap of trouble.
Jacob Mercer, he's tucked in right behind flying Ryan Kimball, trying to hold on to that line and follow him around Balson. Here comes Dan McHattie. He's currently in 4th, right behind Mercer.
Thought Mercer may look 3 wide there, but thought better of his V10 to Kelly Balson. Now falling back down to 3rd. It's Mercer. Kimball now in line as well. He's got the gap to get in there. Looks like he touched the brakes a little bit out of 2 to fall in the line. Smart move by V10 of Kelly Balson.
It's down just in front of Gary Hanna. Keeps Hanna back in 5th. Mercer putting the pressure on Kimball. Down to the inside. Kimball shuts the door.
This is the best car Jacob Mercer has had all year long. Applying pressure to the 16 of flying Ryan Kimball. He looks like he's faster all the way on the rumble strips on corner exit. Tried to get to that inside lane. Kimball doing a great job of shutting the door.
All these cars in the mid-14s.
And they're all going to have to go on the outside of the 67 machine of Paul Toms. This is where you can separate the leaders from the rest of the field as they head down the backstretch on the outside of the 67 machine. It will not be a factor for the top 3. Nose to tail contact in 4.
Mercer had to hit the brakes. Kimball got pushed up high. Mercer down to the inside as they come through 2. Dan McHattie's right behind him.
Kimball in some trouble as they come to the halfway point this time by. It's the 81 of Jacob Mercer, your new leader at Peterborough, coming out of 4th. The 71 of Dan McHattie will follow. Here comes the P10 of Kelly Balson.
Balson puts Kimball back into fourth. Now it's Dan McHattie's turn, right on the back bumper of Mercer.
9 laps to go. Jacob Mercer leading the way on Dan McHattie. He's trying to find that inside lane opening up. The 16 of Flying Ryan Kimball just had his race flipped over.
Actually, this makes 10 laps to go this time by.
Oh, Dan McHattie is going to move the 81 of Jacob Mercer in 1 and 2. They're going to be door to door into 3 as they get to the inside lane. Here comes Kelly Balson, rubbing out Jacob Mercer. Here comes Flying Ryan Kimball as well.
Balson muscled his way up into second around Mercer. Did not give him any breaks whatsoever. Now lap traffic going to play a role as Paul Toms will go down another lap. Dan McHattie out in front.
The bump and run by Dan McHattie on Jacob Mercer. We've seen it earlier on today with Flying Ryan Kimball and John Owen, but McHattie does it for the lead. The V10 of Kelly Balson trying to chase him down. McHattie putting down fast lap times at a 14.324. Kelly Balson, the faster car that time by.
Kelly Balson with a 14.273 last time by.
The elbows are up as we're bumping and rubbing Canada's toughest third mile oval. Kimball trying to get to the back bumper Mercer just to get into the top 3.
5 to go this time by for Dan McHattie, Ryan Kimball, Jacob Mercer, Flying Ryan Kimball, and Gary Hanna. Door is open for Ryan Kimball on the inside of Mercer. Sparks fly as they come out of 4 down the front stretch. Still racing door to door. Mercer on the outside, Kimball on the inside. Paul Toms goes down another lap. Kimball makes the pass before 3 and 4 down the backstretch last time by. 2 laps to go for Dan McHattie, Kelly Balson, Ryan Kimball, Jacob Mercer, and Gary Hanna. Gary Hanna with a mirror full of Steve Powell in the 72. White flag this time by Dan McHattie. Kelly Balson, Ryan Kimball, Jacob Mercer. Your top 4. Checkered flag in the air. It is going to be Dan McHattie taking the win. Kelly Balson in second, Ryan Kimball in third. Then Jacob Mercer, Gary Hanna, Steve Powell, the 79 of James Horner, and Doug Wills. Those are the only cars on the lead lap. Paul Toms down 4 laps. Then John Owen and Alex Kuzilla, both with DNFs.
Dan McHattie finds victory lane again at Peterborough Speedway. It's back to back. He's catching his breath in the 71. He's getting ready to hop out of this machine. Folks, let's hear it for Dan McHattie. Dan, what a race it was. Maybe the most exciting race all season between the late models. How was that one for you? I mean, your car just looked like it went dirt racing.
Yeah, I know it's pretty dirty out there, but you know what? Thanks to the track for doing the job to clean the oil up. It was all over the place the last couple laps before Alex got into the wall there. It's too bad for his luck, completely because of the oil. But the track did a good job making sure it was clean. It was pretty rough go out there. The rest of the race, it was pretty slick out there, and we just came out lucky. So certainly really happy or proud. You know, we were able to get victory lane again this week. Certainly couldn't do it without my sponsors, Douglas Automotive, Saudi Auto Supply, JJ Stewart Chrysler, Crow Carts, Barry McLennan Masonry, Fourth Hydraulics, a number of people that help us out. And certainly, again, any of the people that are sponsoring the track, the other cars, make sure that you're supporting those businesses because they're the ones that are keeping your short tracks alive.
The weather was very hot today. The track was slick, and a lot of drivers I talked to before or after practice said it's hard to drive right now. Their cars were horrible. What adjustments did you have to do out there?
You know what? We were actually pretty tight in that race, but mainly because it's slick. The super lates lay down a different rubber, and makes our cars fairly slick out there. So everyone was kind of complaining about a loose car. We just tightened it up a little bit, maybe a little too much, but it worked out good because trying to get through all that floor dry and stuff on the bottom, it was better to have a tighter car. So just lucky.
Fans, let's hear it. It's your back-to-back feature winner. It's the 71 of Dan McHattie.